I'm back with another 111 trade, this time on Figma. And what we'll be doing is going through why I've constructed the trade. We're going to look on option strat as well to see the visuals. When can I potentially get paid out? All of those good things. And all I ask for in return is that you smash that like button and don't forget to subscribe. And again, if you want to get my full guide plus the bonuses of the 111 trading strategy, click the link down below and you'll get everything that you need to do to get started using the 111. Now, traditionally, for those who've been watching on my channel, I generally open the 111 for a net credit, which is what I advise people to do because we want to be taking premium in, taking cash in. But this time, I've actually opened the trade for a net debit, and I'll explain why shortly. So just want to show you, so here's the screenshot of my Interactive Brokers account of the trades I've done today. I sold another one at Figma. Figma's got obscene amounts of premium. It's just absolutely crazy. Figma is trading at $80 and I've sold the 185 call for the October expiration for 131. So I sold 2 contracts there. I think it's easy money, but anyway, that's just me. And again, this is all risk and, naked calls and all that other stuff that people talk about. But, I'm pretty confident on this trade. Also did one on BMNR. Again, that's a huge amounts of premium currently in that one as well. So again, did another 111 for 2 contracts in there, which again is pretty decent. But we're going to talk about this Figma one today. So it's 111 on Figma, where I bought the 90, sold the 80, and then sold the 135. And you can see here for a $5 debit, and the reason it was debit because it's a positive number. So let's now head into Tasty Trade because Tasty Trade will give us a good view on visually how this looks and why we've arranged it how we did. So at the moment, the mid price is kind of flirting around, break even to what for a debit of $1. Again, it's quite wide spreads here from a $60 debit to a $60 credit. So again, I got filled at $5 debit, which you can see here why the probability of profit is really low because I do have risk to the downside. But my downside risk is only $5 and the potential max profit I can make on this trade is $1,000 or just under $1,000 when you take into account the $5 debit. So this is why I've done it, right? Because if we firstly look at my short call leg here that is financing the majority of this debit spread, it is at a delta of 19. I think it's overinflated. Like I said, we're trading at 80. We've got the 135. And what I've done is I've sold, which is now in the money now slightly, as you can see by 12 cents, is an at the money debit spread, right? Generally, when I do a 111, I would do something like this, like that to bring in more credit and then probably bring this down to 120. That is my typical 111 where I generally leave a little bit of room for the stock to make its move against me if it does. And now you can see that my probability of profit has gone to 195. And then I've got my hedge, and this time it's a bit long there. It's a $10 wide spread, and then we finance that debit spread. So if I get rid of this, that debit spread cost 170, and then I'll go and finance that by selling another call at the 125, for example. But if we go back to what I've done this, which if I get rid of this, you can see here the cost of this spread is a lot more. It's $3.10. So the 135, I think I sold. Yes, it was the 135 that I've sold, and that's exactly what I've done here. Got a $5 debit here for this move. Because what I'm expecting to happen, if Figma goes down, it goes down. It's fine. I lost $5. Hey ho, right? But if Figma goes up, and goes to 105, 100, 105, 110, stays and consolidates around that area. As time goes on, that debit spread will start continuing to make more money and I'll realize more of this maximum $995 or $1,000 profit. So that's how much I can make here, $995. That's my max gain from this trade. So let's review this in option strat and let's have a look to see what this looks visually. And again, I'll leave the link down below. You guys can create a free account with Option Strat. It's a really good tool. I do have the paid version. It gives you more insights and information, but Again, if you just quickly want to look to see what happens to your trades over time based on current volatility, you can go do all that for free. So make sure you go sign up below. So again, we have a net debit here of $5. Max loss is infinite because Figma can go past my short call strike of 130, could go to 180, all of these good things. But again, I can manage this trade if we need to. Again, probably forgot to mention, we are on the October 17, 63 days to expiration. I like to sell options 45 to 60 days out. Again, my chance of profit is 43% because I've got risk to the downside. It's only $5, but again, as we saw on Tasty, it's a 23 debit now. As we saw on Tasty, is when it was as a credit, we had a 95% chance of making money on this trade. Now, again, my break even is going to be at 80.50 and or above 145.95, right? As you can see here, right? 145.95 for me to actually get into trouble on this overall trade. And again, my maximum profit is the width of the spread minus the debit that I paid, which in this case is $995. So again, I feel I've got a lot of room here. I've got a lot of room between 90 and 135 for then me to potentially, if price just chills out between this area, if it does go up, then I've got time to be right. And again, if the worst case was to happen and we got above 135, again, my $10 wide becomes my break even. As you can see here, 145 then becomes, or just under 145 becomes my break even point. So again, this is the whole point of the 111. It gives you that hedge just in case things go wrong. But I've still got a lot of room from 90 to 135 over the next 60 days to be right on this trade. So I want it to go up, right, for me to make money. And hopefully don't go too fast too quickly. If it gets to 95, 100, then we'll start printing money. So again, if I bring back option strat for a second, you will see this, how this looks in terms of the table. So again, everywhere in green is where I make money. So again, if the price falls right below the long call, I will lose $5 on the trade. So again, it doesn't matter how far down Figma goes, I will lose $5. Now is if Figma goes up, you can see here I make my 9.95 here. If I hold it all the way up there to my kind of break even spot, again, this is where the hedge comes in. So at 140 at the date of expiration, where I'll make 4.95 because it's taking away some of my hedged profits effectively, that is whatever that is 75%. So again, Figma, again, it just released IPO. It's been at 140 before of its highs. It's dropped all the way back down with all the hype. I just don't think it's getting to 145. It can do. The probabilities doesn't say we'll get to 145, but again, we've got to be ready for that. And that's why I've gone a bit further out for me to roll the position if I need to, because there will be a lot of premium in Figma if Figma does go back up to the 140s. So here you can even see here that even if Figma does go down, right, I can still make money here because of that debit spread, making money because time is passing. So again, I've even got options to the downside, right, as time goes on for me to start making money on this trade. You can see here I'm up $12.50 already, right, on this trade. So again, there's so many ways I can make money between this range and this range here. So again, we've got a 45% downside potentially starting to make money, and then we have a up to the 75% upside to make money. So if we look at between the two, that is a big range for Figma to stay in. It may look small on this chart, but again, if we do it like this starts to look like a big range for Figma to kind of play in. So this is the way I'm trying to do this. Is slightly different to my usual stuff. I was trying to get in at break even, or even if I make $1 or $2 credit, again, there'll be a lot more green on this in the bottom right hand corner. But at the end of the day, the goal here is to make money, and hopefully I can make a bigger win here, a $400-500 plus win off the back of this trade. So if you want to learn how to trade like this, again, make sure you subscribe, check out the 111 in the link below, and I shall see you guys in the next video.